Hey everybody, just a wee quick one from the GRASSMEN HQ. Gary's washing up the McCauley trailer that we had a land of, and he's basically about to leave it back. Very simply, we were down chatting to the McCauleys about a commercial trailer, and just happened to say mention the sort of tractor low loaders, and we said that we were doing a wee bit of a mission back at that time, if you can remember, with the JCB, and if they had one we'd be delighted to take it and see how we got on with it. And it just so happened we kept it for a wee while, did wee bits and pieces. Big James had it, Guy had a few wee bits and bobs, but yeah, the trailer's sold now. So just before we let the trailer go, Gary wanted to do a wee chat about it because he'd been really on it mostly, but what I know about it is they call it a 19-ton trailer, so it can take about 15... Manny, ton gonna take, Gary? 15 and a half or something?
Payload 15 and a half, aye.
What length is she, do we know?
It's 23 foot overall, so that gives you...
I'm going to turn this wee camera around, boy.
Gives you an 18 foot load bed.
18 foot load bed.
And then a 5 foot beaver.
5 foot beaver.
900 mil wide solid ramps.
They're good wide ramps.
Yeah.
Well, what I know about it is, didn't do anything with it, but it's a very low loader, and I know when Big Jimmy was loading the diggers and that on, he said it was a very nice low loader to load onto and very, very steady, but obviously that comes from being low. And like I know, even compared to the likes of our, you know, she has low.
We call this their ultra low. So that means she's 875 mil bed height.
High, like
that's low. Like.
That's still 120. That's still 12.5 centimetres short of the metre.
Aye, yeah.
That's.
She's also they can achieve this by they make their own chassis beams in house, and they can put their cross members out through it. You see, so they're not actually sitting on top of the beam.
Okay, they're full. Okay, they're full width too, aren't they?
Yeah, full width. Aye, yeah. So that means you can get her down, and they can still give you a sprung drawbar, even though she is low.
Yeah.
But this here's a crucial bit because she's so low, as the adjustable drawbar, because you have to set it up for your tractor.
Look, we ourselves had to adjust it for different.
Yeah.
On that particular Fint tractor, when we first put it on, I think I might have taken a picture of it sitting in the yard. The trailer was nosing down because it was a low hitch.
Yeah.
And we had to get her lifted up.
The Valtra was very high of the hitch, you see, so you had to. But she's also on part of the stability where she's in wide track axles as well. So you're full commercial 10 stud, but they're wide track, so it keeps her right out, you know, at the full width of your trailer.
The stack axle, by the look of that.
Yeah. Hydraulic ramps work from here, and it's just like a flow return system from your tractor. But this here's a good feature, I think. When you put the ramps down, you float it. So she's never any pressure on your rams or your hinge points, so you know, she's always resting on these ultimately.
But is it fair to say it's just a good, straightforward...
It's a good functional trailer. So it is. Like
I'm going to say wee. It's a good, straightforward wee trailer. That might not go down too well, but I don't mean that, you know, it's you wouldn't be coming away with much smaller of a low loader in today's world, would you?
Not really, no. Like, you know, like even your 130 diggers now, they're probably weighing in at 14 plus ton, you know.
Add a couple of buckets onto that.
A couple of buckets or a rock hammer, sure you're freight it, you know.
And she's got the stamp, obviously, for the 50k, which is...
50k rated, yeah. Full commercial lighting pack and mud flaps and, you know, all that. She's all commercial spec that way.
Did you get to do much with her yourself, Gary?
shafted the JCB a couple of times with her. I thought she was very, very stable. To be fair, I unloaded the JCB and that a couple of times off her too, and she, like, I thought she was a good, straightforward workhorse of a trailer. Just it was easy just to do it with her, you know.
I think people
good tying points on her too. You've like, you know, they've left tying points about every 4 foot along her there, which is ideal.
But now it's horses for courses, because whilst that's there ultra low, not every job suits an ultra low trailer like that. It's the same we understand from we've our low loader spec for a big one for the lorry that is very low.
Yeah.
And you could run aground handy.
Aye, good luck. It depends what you're doing.
It's horses for courses. You've got her low there, moving diggers all the time, but you'd maybe want to be, you know, looking towards mini super singles, getting her up a wee bit if you're going to be doing field work.
Look, if there's a bit of a crossover with the trailer, yeah, you'd probably spec it slightly different, but
she's designed to take.
She has, in fairness, they've left her
10 bales.
Aye, she'll take 10 bales on the bed.
Thought that.
Aye, yeah. Well,
and I'm sure you can get different. I mean, obviously this is low loader, but I'm sure you can get different configurations here.
Aye, you can look. All this is left here too, that you can slap a bale rack in there as well, if you need to. She's air over hydraulic, way load sensing, so you know it's it's. And you have your breakaway system on her there for your hydraulic. If you're using hydraulic.
Yeah.
You know, you have your proper breakaway system there as well. So
we want to say really ultimately thanks to McCauley's for lending us. Their agricultural equipment is always kind of branded up as McCauley. But then I'm sure for the commercial guys out there probably all know this anyway. Or if you don't, if you see Mac trailers are still made by McCauley's. It's just the commercial side goes under the Mac branding.
That's right.
Look at the wee black beauty over there, boys. Isn't she looking deadly?
Some machine, hey. So that's really.
Aye, she's grand.
Good trailer,
she's gone off to a new home.
That's ultimately it, aye.
And you're taking her there now shortly.
I'm going to take her back to.
And there's not much more we can do, but it's good just didn't want to let her go out of the yard without just mentioning her, you know.
No.
And thanks very much for letting us have her, and she was good crack and
good trailer, aye. Yeah. Did the job well. You know.
I think the Finn be fit to pull her.